Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, December 5th. It is 3:30 p.m. Stock markets have a half an hour to close. Before we get started, I just want to say I'm out of stocks. I'm out completely. The only stocks I own now are a handful of mining stocks, mostly gold, a couple of silver, and that triple levered NUGT and the DGXJ. Other than that, no more stocks. I'm done. I don't need the last, whatever it's going to be, 20% of this move. It's over as far as I'm concerned. Just want to mention that. Boom! They hit it again today. Round up the usual suspects, people. Round up the usual suspects. Gold smashed today. Silver got the snot kicked out of it today. I told you yesterday, you better be good. If you're naughty, you might get silver in your stocking this year. They knocked it down below that key technical level, 200-day moving average, which is 1277. Gold down right now. Last time I looked, 1265. So they monkey hammered it again today. Before I go any further, I called up my gold dealer today. I usually check in with my gold dealer every 6 months, a couple of times a year. I'll give them a call because I believe there's no substitute for boots on the ground, okay? You can hear and read all these carnival barkers and all these P.T. Barnums that are out there, okay? Remember, I was a professional handicapper. There's more shysters in the gold market than there are at the racetrack, okay? I've seen both sides of the fence, people, and I'm telling it how it is, okay? There's plenty of people out there that'll tell you what you want to hear, all right? So, no substitute for boots on the ground. And I called up, we have a good rapport, and it's been an unprecedented year for selling. Unprecedented year. A goofy year. And I quote. Because just a bizarre year, and they're at the point where they have to draw down inventory, and they have to make sure they have enough money in their checkbook to cover. So all this nonsense about how China is buying all the gold and India and there's so much demand. Stop listening to the people that have been getting it wrong. Start listening to the people that have been getting it right. Okay? They're basically in hold on mode. Okay? Let's just try to hold on mode. All right? That's where we're at, people. Okay? So how long will this continue for? I don't know. I can't wait to scratch this year out. I'm looking forward to getting this rate hike behind us. If indeed they do raise rates next week, and it's almost 100% certainly they will. I'm salivating to get this rate hike behind us. Turn the page on the new calendar and let's see what happens. So, just want to mention, I'm out of stocks. Okay. There's unprecedented selling, okay, coming straight from the horse's mouth, okay. Is this capitulation? I don't know. I don't know how long this can go on. So, looking at the markets today, Dow down 83 points, okay. The Dow futures were up, all right. Yesterday, the Dow was up over 200 points, okay, came back down, ended up the day only about 50. So, Dow's down 83 points. S&P is down 7. The NASDAQ turned negative. NASDAQ was up earlier. It's down negative, okay? And the Russell is even down 9. So, Bitcoin, 11,800. Copper, what did we say yesterday? We looked at all the base metals, including Dr. Copper, right? Dr. Copper is down 4.5% today. It's back under $3 a pound. $2.94. It's down 4.5%. And that's the only one side of the equation. The other side of the equation is, okay, there's plenty of supply, all right? So where's all this growth they keep talking about? Here's copper today, right? Year to date, boom, look at that. 294, down 4.55%. Got smashed, all right? So all these people that want to, want to say there's growth and copper is going to be the great investment next year. All right, watch your wallet, people. Watch your wallet. The bond market. I said yesterday I want to start putting it in a spreadsheet. Can you see that? The spread has gotten tighter even. Yesterday, the spread between the 5-year and the 30-year was 0.62. It's now 0.58. The spread between the 10-year and the 30-year yesterday was 0.39. Today, it's 0.37.8. The spreads have even tightened just from yesterday. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen every single day, but clearly we have a flattening yield curve, all right? And they're going to tell you this time it's different. This time there's a good reason for it, okay? More carnival barkers, more P.T. Barnums, okay? Watch the flattening yield curve, okay? I was reading an article today. Bitcoin. It's all over now. Everywhere you look, mainstream media. Bitcoin miner. I haven't paid for heat in 3 years. I got a kick out of this one. It was roughly 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside in Durham, North Carolina on a recent day in late November. But Roddy Fakahori's 1,650 square foot house was so warm he left the window open a bit. The heater he was using, 2 Bitcoin mining machines and 2 Ethereum mining machines. Fakori, 38, is part of a contingent of people who say mining Bitcoins at home can be profitable and provide them free heat. So you want free heat, people? Get a couple of Bitcoin mining machines. You can make a lot of money with Bitcoin and you can get free heat. Are these the signs of a bubble? Is it just me? Free heat. As the Bitcoin price skyrocketed and hit 11,000 last Wednesday, he woke up in a heated room and found his machines made $60, or 0.0026 Bitcoin, while costing just $6 in electricity in a day, according to calculations on whattomine.com. Like gold, the quantity of Bitcoins is finite. Out of a planned supply cap of 21 million Bitcoins, 16.7 million have been mined as of November 2017. They've already mined 16.7 million Bitcoins out of 21 million. So there's only 4.3 million to go. And I might add, I had mentioned the book, that ebook about Bitcoin. And at the time of that writing, the author had mentioned when he wrote that book, there were already 12 million Bitcoins in existence. Now we're up to 16.7. The rate of growth is going to slow down. It won't be until 2140 when that last Bitcoin is finally mined. I don't know how many computers it's going to take to mine it and how much heat it's going to give off. Maybe a city's worth. I don't know. In this digital gold rush, miners no longer need to travel to California or use shovels to dig into the ground. People like Fakori can just put printer-shaped ISIC mining machines in their garages or basements and plug them in. Codes running on the machines create new Bitcoins by solving complex mathematical computations, which also generates a great deal of heat. It's like how your laptop sometimes overheats, but much more so. The world's largest manufacturer of Bitcoin mining equipment is Bitmain, based in China. Fakori now runs 2 Bitmain S9 Bitcoin mining machines in a 5-foot-tall box in his basement, and he plans to add one more when it gets colder. Each machine consumes 1,400 watts per hour, similar to an average space heater. The average electricity cost in his town is 0.06 per kilowatts. And last month his electric bill was about $450. It's 250 more than when he used the heater, but he says the expense has been offset by the proceeds from his mining. Okay? I haven't paid for heat for 3 years, for Corey says. I would suggest people put half of their Bitcoin investment into mining and half into purchasing the coins. That way you hedge yourself in both directions. I'm not going to bother with the rest of this article. To me, it's clear we're in a bubble. I go back to that Big Short all the time, people. And there's that point in the movie where Mark Baum, right? He's going to decide his real estate in a bubble, right? He sends his 2 assistants to Florida. They knock on doors, right? What landlord is writing mortgage applications with his dog's name, right? Abandoned houses all over the place, right? Then Mark Baum goes down, right? He starts talking to these 2 mortgage brokers, right? How they're making money, you know. And he goes to see this stripper, right? And he's in the booth with the stripper, and the stripper's stripping in front of him, right? And he's asking him he's asking her all these questions, you know. And he's trying to explain to her, you know, that your mortgage rate, you got an adjustable rate mortgage with 5% down. Your mortgage rate could go up to 300%. And she's like, well, I was told I could always refinance. And he's like, no, not if these prices don't go up, not if they level off. You're not going to be able to refinance. And she starts having a fit. You mean I won't be able to refinance all my loans? He's like, what are you talking about, all your loans? You were talking about 1 or 2 loans on one house. She's like, I got 5 houses and a condo. And what does he say? It's a bubble. It's a bubble, people, right? He calls up his other assistant back home. He says, I want you to short everything, right? He says, it's time to call bullshit. And the guy says, bullshit on what? And he says, bullshit on effing everything. And people, that's where I think we're at right now, okay? When we got people putting machines in their basement and their garages, okay, blowing up the house with heat, okay, and it probably sounds like an airport, all right, and they're suggesting, hey, you know, buy some machines and mine, and it's a bubble, people, all right? Tax reform is behind us now, right? The news is out. And stocks are not reacting so positive. Okay? It's time to call BS on everything. That's where I'm at, people. I'm out of stocks, except for mining. I don't need the last 20% of this move. Okay? As far as Bitcoin, you know what? You can make the right decision and still get the wrong result. I could live with that. Okay? I think it's going to crash. All right? I don't know when. It could go a lot higher and a lot longer than I or anyone else can call. All right? But you can't make something out of nothing. Okay? Only God can do that. Not these Keynesians who think they can create wealth out of nothing. Okay? And that's where we're at, people. So they've been selling their gold and silver. It's an unprecedented year. Okay? You got to make the call, people. Are you going to hold on? Or are you going to sell? All right? Or are you going to step in? Just don't listen to all these other carnival barkers. Stop listening to the people that have been getting it wrong. Start listening to the people that have been getting it right. And like I've been saying, watch your wallet, because nobody cares more about your money than you do. Beautiful day outside today. Took a beautiful walk today. I've been babysitting a dog since Thanksgiving, and he enjoys it too. Took a nice long walk. Beautiful fresh air. I'd take this day every day. Get out if you can. Stretch your legs. Renew your mind. Okay, it'll do good for you. Pick it up tomorrow, Lord willing. We live in interesting times, people. Ciao.